G'day gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. Got to admit, a bit bummed about this most recent update with Iceman and Storm. Just because they're Paywall. I mean, Paywall character, I do own Iceman. I haven't bought this uniform. I'm not really sure where I would use the uniform. I fell into the trap of buying this X-Men blue uniform and never used the character again. Storm does look good. From what I've seen, watched a few other content creators' videos, Caushal, free-to-play adventures, watched some really impressive World Boss Legend clears with this Krakoan summer uniform from Storm, and it does look kind of cool. It looks really classy with the sort of gold trim and all that sort of thing. I do like the look of it, but it's a paywall, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this update besides the fact that it is a paywall mid-month update. I do appreciate the fact that Storm has got a tier 4. I do appreciate they've focused on mutants because mutants really have not been touched for the longest period of time. But what I'm kind of focusing on now is what is going to be next. What will Netmarble do for the next tier 4? I mean, I don't have many materials. I've never bought a tier 4 pack. So I'm probably maybe 4 weeks off another tier 4 for myself anyway after I tier 4'd Moon Knight. You see my books are recovered real quick, unlike my my standard tier 3 books that just don't seem to recover at all. But you would have to think that the next tier 4 is going to be a speed character of some description. So far we've had Iron Man, Blast, obviously, Moon Knight, Combat, Thor as a Universal, and now Storm as another Blast. Really, we're due for a speed, and if I know Netmarble, then probably the odds are that it's going to be Lunar Snow, which I probably wouldn't be super upset at. I still have her built from Alliance Battle Extreme. I'd never use her in any mode now, but it wouldn't surprise me, and my odds-on favourite for the actual tier 4, the next tier 4, would be Lunar Snow, without a doubt. She's my probably, not my favourite, but she would be the most likely candidate, just knowing how the game's been going over the past number of years. The other thing is, we have had no villains at tier 4 so far, so all 4 have been heroes, and speed villain-wise, there are a number of options, of course. I mean, there's a current kind of speed villain meta that we're playing with, including Corvus. I think Raven is probably second in line. I think she would be the second favorite, which would be kind of a bummer, given the fact that she is another paywall character. But I do think she is due for a significant upgrade, and you know, there obviously was a time when Netmarble really put a lot of focus on Raven, and she was so critical in so many modes, including like Alliance Battle Extreme, but also, you know, World Boss and all different things as well. So I think she's probably second favorite, or what I would consider probably the second most likely to get the tier 3 treatment. But that's just my opinion. Now, so far they've gone for characters with Awakened skill or tier 3 skill. This guy, he could be another one. I mean, there's so many options. He does not have an Awakened skill at this point in time, so I'm not sure if that rules him out, considering that they've only seemed to have focused on characters with existing tier 3 skills or existing Awakened skills, so I'm not sure about that. Nightcrawler has got to be in the mix, you would think. He has an Awakened skill already. Yelena, lots of people would be happy if Yelena got it. Groot. Now, Groot does not have an Awakened skill or a tier 3 or does he? No, he does not have an Awakened skill at all, Groot. So he has to be in the mix somewhere along the line. You would think Groot has to be in the mix. I know there's a new series being launched on Disney for Baby Groot coming up, so you would think Baby Groot has to be in there. I can't really see any of these other characters getting tier 4. It's due to popularity. Potentially Nick Fury, that would be something else, I suppose, if Nick Fury did get it. Kitty Pryde has been overlooked for the longest time. She does have a Transcend skill, I'm pretty sure she does. No, she doesn't. So probably that rules her out as well. I think Wave is kind of a bit too new. Makari's too new. Bullseye probably had his day. Winter Soldier definitely a candidate. They've always, they've always had a focus on the Avengers. So I think Winter Soldier is a definite candidate. Spider-Man tier 4, it's possible, man. It's a possibility for sure that Peter Parker could get a tier 4. Ant-Man was another one that I was thinking, who really sucks and really does need a rework. Could Ant-Man could he get a better uniform in a tier 4? But probably I'm sort of thinking that number one most likely candidate Luna. Probably number 2, I'm thinking Raven. Number 3, I'm probably thinking Rogue. So all females so far. That kind of, I'm not really sure why I've focused on the females, but I just think that they're probably more likely. So I think Rogue is probably 3rd choice, and I think it's probably a bit of a tie between Deadpool and Quicksilver for that sort of 4th place to get a tier 4 skill on a new uniform. Probably Quicksilver more likely, considering the fact that Deadpool only got that holiday Deadpool uniform. Not that one, the other one that I don't own. April Fools, which doesn't seem that long ago, but it is. I mean, it's April, right? It's 3 months ago already. So probably I would consider Quicksilver to be more likely out of between Quicksilver and Deadpool, although Deadpool is probably more of a classic favorite character from the fans. The other potential, of course, is Black Widow. Kind of left her in the dust a little bit. I think this uniform is okay, but I don't think it's unbelievable or anything like that. So probably they're the top 6, I would think. So Luna, number 1. Number 2, Raven. Number 3, this is my opinion. I've got no bloody idea, really. I think probably Ant-Man has to be in there. Probably Ant-Man and Rogue, probably equal 3rd, and then we're looking at Deadpool, Quicksilver, Black Widow. So anyway, guys, just let me know. Comment on the video. Who would you like to see get the next tier 4, and why would you like to see that? That would be really cool. And actually, it'd be nice to get a poll going on the comments and do a bit of a tally of that on subsequent videos as to who thinks what. So yeah. Alright guys, I know it might be a bit too soon to focus on next tier 4, but considering Storm is like a bit of a paywall type setup, it's probably a nice thing to look ahead as well. Let me know your thoughts, guys. See ya. The other thing that I did forget to mention through the video is I think that the next tier 4 will be another PvE character, not a PvP. I think that they will delay a bit before rolling the PvP tier 4s out, because I think they will really skew the game in terms of timeline battle world, all Alliance Conquest, probably even more so, and to a lesser degree Alliance Tournament, which really affects the minimum number of players in the game. So I do think it's going to be another PvP character for the next tier, PvE character for the next tier 4, but interested in your thoughts on that as well.